Hello all, welcome to my channel. For today we are going to talk about what happens when you theologically integrate Lloabkish within your own being. Now, Lloabkish marks the end of fluidity. Before him, your system may allow for revision, experimentation, correction. After his integration, every structure that you once laid is done. As we said before, Lloabkish gives fixed structure within the self of the magician. Names gain weight and cannot be altered. Spirits will fall into a place of hierarchy and define the laws and roles. Laws that you spoke casually or seriously are assumed as final in force. In so doing, your words, your speech will become spell work. Your empire stops evolving freely and begins to enforce itself. You do not change your system anymore by inspiration, but by judicial process. As if your magical word has a card, a legal constitution that must be obeyed by you. This is reflected to the law of the Lord of Darkness when you enter the Infernal Empire. I learned this when I was working with the Abaddon, with the fourth gatekeeper. The Lord of Darkness has one command. This command is, "Thou art God, do what you will." Yet, in a consequence of this command, you are literally commanded to be. So, in the Infernal Empire, you are both a citizen and a king. You give the command, but you are also obey. Furthermore, the rise of irreversible consequences is a second symptom of integration of Lloabkish. If you declare a pact, it becomes encoded. If you perform a ritual as law, its effects cannot be reversed. Even your thoughts begin to carry weight, magical power, as if it's spoken and ritualized. It is not punishment, it is consequence as a mechanism. In so doing, you need to get chesed. You need to become wise, graceful, and glorious. Because Lloabkish in this manner reflects the principle of Gebura. The third symptom of integration of Lloabkish, the separation of you between you and the system. Once Lloabkish is fully integrated, you begin to experience a split. On the one side, you, the individual magician, can feel emotional regret, change. And on the other side, your system, your empire, which no longer change in response to you. This is Lloabkish's most terrifying power. He removes your sovereignty over what you already made. Your empire, your laws, your commands now function without requiring your attention. They no longer belong to your will, but they become individuals. They become like children. They become a dynasty. On the follow-up, on the positive side, Lloabkish makes your work eternal. Now you possess a system that doesn't dissolve. Ritual structure persists even when neglected. Spiritual hierarchies remain functional, even in silence, even without your presence. In so doing, this is reflected as the creation of cults and new individual religions that make your coven or group take hold of. On the personal note, you become a note of law. Your voice becomes bidding. Your thoughts gain shape. Your presence in a ritual space starts to take structure. And even when you enter a room you have a degree of control of that energy within them. Now the sixth change is ritual shift from prayer to constitution. Your rituals cease being pleas, calls, or invocations. They become enacts of encoded law. You are no longer a spirit appear. You say by seal structure of Lloabkish, this name has opened the gate. At this stage, you need fewer tools but perfect clarity. Lloabkish does not tolerate improvisation. He makes your world run like clockwork. Now the seventh symptom of integration. Spiritual consecration. All things become legal. Eventually your entire system becomes concentrated by law. Every object, every spirit, every aspect of your empire is fixed by legal rules. Your sword is no longer a weapon, it is an implement of law. Your throne is no longer a symbol, it is a node of enforcement. Your name is no longer a claim, it is a legal position.